We are live. We got you in and we already live.
All right.
Wicked 812 B Cross. How you doing, Mr. Kevin?
I'm good. I'm trying to find. I got the. It says you're live, but I'm trying to find the link to it. I'm doing great. How about you?
We doing good. I wished I was on the water, what I had planned on doing tonight, but I sat and watched these trees blowing sideways after these storms went through, and I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, me and that pontoon have been fighting. I'd have been a little upset on the water. Trolling, Flatty, Betty Jean's in the house. They starting to come in, my friend.
All right. I just shared it on my Facebook page. Let me go ahead and go to over here to old Lyle.
Yeah, he said Lyle usually shares it. There's Maurice in the house. How you doing, Mr. Maurice? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna do like you. I'm gonna try to share this link. Get it out there. But Chunky Cats is in the house, Muskrat. Well, guys, let's start this off by saying God bless America and God bless you and your families. And I hope everybody's doing good. There's team keeping it real, Michael Burke. Keep reeling. I get his name and Richard's name, keeping it real messed up. There's Richard Zacchamy. He's new to the house tonight, guys, and there's a bunch of new names coming in. Please share the love, share the bait. He was one of the guys that bought some of the
thumbs up
bobbers, invited him to come in and join us tonight. He was excited about getting some of them bobbers and trying them out. I hope he'll throw up some videos of some fish being caught on them. Glenn Hill, Jason, Avid, Buckeye. We got all kind of coming in. There you go, guys.
All the peeps in here.
There you go. Keep it rolling, guys. Share it out. Hit the thumbs up. Tonight we got Mr. Palmetto Cats Kevin in the house with us. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
Yeah, man. No problem.
But guys, tell you the truth, I didn't have nobody scheduled. I had planned on being out on the water tonight fishing. And
don't tell them that. No.
And
it was always a plan for me to come.
Oh yeah, we had planned on bringing you in anyway. But he stepped up to the plate and said, "Let's do it." So we did, and here he is, and I'm glad he is. I ain't got to watch your latest video. I seen it come up a little earlier, and I thought, well, he done throw one up, but I ain't got time to watch it before the show to talk about it. Lyle's in the house.
My videos come out at 6 p.m. and 2 hours before the Patriot Catfishers of America show. So you can start watching my videos, and that'll get you kind of warmed up for the main event.
There you go. Catfish Headhunters in here. There's another one in here. David Martin. Thank you for coming in. David was the second person to receive my bobbers. He actually posted up some pictures of the bobbers being used. Yep, Dana's in the house. Well, Kevin, I appreciate you coming in. The other week, y'all cooking in there actually made me hungry. I enjoyed watching that. I enjoy watching family time videos. I got a couple friends out there that they do that with their kids and stuff, and I just went brain dead on what his name is. He's out west. His son's name's Ryder. Oh my God.
First name Easy?
No. His name's Ryder. What is his name? I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. He was on Sarah's show. Great people. He does things with his family and his kids all the time. I just love seeing stuff like that and more stuff like that. Oh, I mean later.
Hagen Grubbs, maybe he fishes with his son.
He does some fishing once in a while, but mainly right now they bought him a new house, and I want a little old drawing off of him, and he had found when he first moved out there was finding arrowheads, and he sent me an arrowhead from his property, and good people. And I just love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing people have their children involved, like you and your wife doing that together, cooking together. I think that the YouTube world and America, period, the world, period, needs more stuff like that.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, and hopefully here soon, you'll see a lot more of my wife in my videos because we're in the market for a new pontoon boat.
There you go. Yeah. The Wyatt Life. That's it. The Wyatt Life. If you ever check him out, y'all check him out. Good people. I love watching him and watching Ryder grow up. And now you got his young brother with him. There's Grant in the house tonight. It's good, wholesome stuff, and I love it. I just do. I think that we need to share more like that. So,
yeah, we the last fishing trip I went on last Saturday, the power trim motor went out, and that's another $300 and something. And I told my wife, I said, I put more money in that motor than I can sell it for, so I'm done putting money in it. And on the live stream on Sunday, she didn't tell me this, but she was telling everybody she wishes I would go ahead and buy a boat. So I'm gonna help her out with that wish.
There you go.
I just gotta find one that's worth the money. Pontoon boats are expensive, like new ones.
Yes.
Like the one I'm looking at right now is $30,000.
Oh no.
That's a 20-foot pontoon. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a lot right now. There's a lot of pontoons on the market. If you really look around, there are some nice pontoons. You might have to do a little bit of, changing a little bit of upholstery or stuff like that. And that stuff is really not that high. The one we got, the one you see me fish off of, when we got it, it was just an empty shell. It had a center console and a catfish gear. That's it.
Yeah, I thought about that at one point, but I just, I've had so much bad luck with pre-owned boats, and I don't really have the time to be fixing them all the time. And I want a new engine. That's something that I'm not giving up on. Whatever I get is gonna have a brand new engine on the back.
Right. We got lucky. A friend of ours, they knew the guy that owned it, and he just went through it, rewired it, put a new floor in it, new carpet and all, and just had that motor service. It was the Evinrude E-Tech, which is good freaking motors, man. And I knock on wood, I ain't gonna brag, but that thing's been a good one. But now it ain't but a 40 horse, so it don't get you nowhere quick.
Hey, ask Jay's Catfishing why he's always hating on me. He said, why am I in the big live channel and he ain't big? I'm big, trust me. I'm about 300 pounds, Jays.
There you go. Hey, you done good, man. You showed this past Sunday night. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. You actually had more than I had the week last Wednesday, and I applaud you, my friend.
Now, you know what? It don't even matter. You can't please everybody. And that's what I want you to feel like. We talked about before the show started that, if you even reach just one person, man, you're inspiring people. And it shouldn't. And I know it sometimes it feels bad to have people hate on you. Them thumbs down kill me. Like, you got one already. You're always going to have them. And you taught me that. But, if you got one person in the stream that enjoys what you talk about and enjoys what you're doing, then you're doing the right thing and you need to continue to do it. And so as long as I have people in my stream that are going to support me and be positive, yes, and then I'm gonna keep doing it, because right now it's fun. It's fun to me.
Right. The thumbs down don't bother me. At least they're watching. They're giving you watch time. As long as they don't come in and start trying to troll you. But if you get the right people and you chat, they'll take care of it for you. Mm-hmm. Justin Fishing Fetish is usually in here. He wasn't in here last week, and I don't see him yet in here tonight. That's unusual. But usually him or Jim, Kentucky Catman Outdoors, they'll take care of them real quick. I hadn't had any lately, but they're liable to show up any day. And so far, you haven't had any, and I hope you don't.
Yeah.
My problem is I had a few, Kevin, that got into my chat on my computer. I couldn't see them on my phone, and y'all couldn't see them in chat. Now, how they done that, I don't know, and I couldn't get rid of them. And the more I seen them, the madder I was getting, and I was trying not to show it, but I was getting frustrated, and it's part of the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can't get rid of it, the best thing to do is try to ignore it, and hopefully it goes on up the screen. And I know that y'all couldn't see it, but it was getting under my skin pretty bad.
I like what Chad said. Chad said Justin got him a new Palmetto cat shirt, and now he's catching fish, so he's out there fishing.
There you go. Well, you see.
That's right.
I meant to wear that young cadavers the other week, and I forgot to grab it when I walked up here to the building.
Yeah.
Jay said,
yeah, he's hating without hating. That's okay.
yeah, he's just aggravating. That's all he's doing.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, and you know, it doesn't really matter to me. I got a lot of support in here. You got a lot of support in here, so you know.
Yeah,
haters are gonna hate. That's what they're here for, is to hate.
There's Mr. Fishing Fetish.
There he is.
I know Justin was coming in. Oh, we got a lot of good guys in here.
Yeah, Dockery, I got an order. I wondered if that was you. Thanks, man, for the support. That's awesome.
Yeah, James is good people. I enjoy having him on. We'll bring him in again one night just for. I like the talk and the stories and stuff and the funny episodes, and that's one thing we're gonna hit you up here in a minute and put you on the spot about a good funny story that you've had on the water.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, you know, I like putting you on the spot.
Yeah, let me think about that one. Probably be the same one I told on with Lyle.
Yeah. Lyle's good people too. We got a bunch of good people in here so far. I mean,
and I think that's you know, you and Lyle, like whenever I figure out how to have guests on my show, then you know, I think I want to have Lyle in first, because he kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, Lyle and Doc kind of started the live catfish talk show thing, didn't they?
Pretty much, yes. As far as I know, I don't know of any other before that. They was on before I got back on, before I ever got on YouTube for the first time. So as far as I know, they are. Catfish Weekly had been going on for quite some time. It was another guy in Lyle, and then Lyle kind of bought it all out, and it was Lyle and Doc. So. And now it's Lyle and JR. We got all kind of people coming in. We got the numbers pumped up to 42. Woo, party starting. Reeling and Chilling's in the house. PD, Fishing Fetish. The Great Outdoors Exploring. Guys, don't forget, we got a lot of new channels, a lot of new faces. Please share the love. Check out each other's channel. Go on there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and let's pump everybody's numbers up.
Yeah, I see a lot of names in here that I haven't seen before. Like, Reeling and Chilling's new to me.
Yeah, he's
Silly
Christian.
Outdoors.
He's Christian. He sells sinkers and stuff. That's Big Nasty's friend down there. Good guy.
Okay.
If you need sinkers and you ain't got time to order it, you might can meet him halfway and he can bring you a pile of them. So we got a bunch of good people in here. But yeah, share it up, guys. Let's pump them numbers up. We got a tournament next year to get to. And it'd be nice if everybody had their 1,000 mark. I'd love to see that, where everybody that comes to the YouTube tournament could go live. We still got a man working on the program, so it's going to be a great day. There's Big Nasty coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my numbers up, and I think it's just because I haven't been consistent, and now I'm starting to be consistent. And I think the live Sunday night show is going to help me out with that, because, you know, the reason I'm able to be consistent right now is because of this coronavirus. So I've had a lot more time to fish because we haven't been working. We've been working, but we've been working from home. So I work from the boat.
Right. There you go.
Answering emails, and I'll do Zoom meetings from the boat and things like that. So I've been able to get out there. So I think the live show will help me stay consistent weekly. even when things pump back up and I'm not able to get out there a lot.
Yes.
Because, I don't know if people know it that don't have active channels, but you don't catch fish every time you don't catch film worthy fish every time you go out. Like even the video I put out today, all the fish we caught were small. Those are the fish we ate in that we fried up in the live stream. But we caught a trifecta, so that's the first time I've ever caught all 3 species, and so I thought that was pretty cool. So
yes.
And then my pastor was on the boat with us, and he actually had never caught a catfish on my boat, and he's been out 2 or 3 times. So it was nice to finally have him hook up.
Oh yeah. And I mean, and as long as you're putting something out there, and I mean, Kevin, don't stress yourself about the numbers of fish or the size of fish in your video. Mm-hmm. People just enjoy seeing you fish. Yeah. And as long as you can tell a story and you can keep them entertained while you're fishing, that makes good video. You might not think so yourself, but you still got product going out there. You got to look at it as that you're selling yourself.
That's right.
A lot of guys have problems talking to that camera. They'll talk to the camera as if it's a camera when they really need to talk to that camera as if it's the person.
Yeah, I struggle with that sometimes.
And make that connection. Once you make that connection, you do good. I think that's why I struggle, because I don't get to fish nowhere near like I did when I first got into this. Mm-hmm. And it's killed my numbers, but I reached my goal. I reached my goal of 1,000 to be able to go live on this thing right here. So when I go out on the boat, I can go live. I'm telling you, Kevin, when you can go live on that boat, it's a blast. People have fun with you. They get to see you at the worst when your rod's entangled up and the wind's spinning your boat around. They get to see you when you break a rod. I caught a flathead and busted a rod live, but I still got it. That's good video.
Yeah, and I can go live now with StreamYard on my phone. It's just, you're right, it is different. The comments are harder to read and they're really small. But no, I agree. Like I went live and I ended up having to erase it for whatever reason. But I went live about a month ago and I caught a fish live. I think Maurice and Justin were probably the only 2 that saw it.
Justin has been on some of my live feeds. Kevin, I had a day that I run up and down the lake. And I was going to turn it off and told them I'd come back on. They said, no, we want to go ride with the boat. So I just turned the camera around and took them a ride up down the water. And in we was on it over 2 hours. And in the last minute, where I got set up at the last place I caught about a 4-foot gar. And it was live. So that was pretty good. That turned out pretty good at the end of the day. I got to give them a little bonus of the day of fishing. So, but they enjoyed it. And I enjoyed doing it for them. It was like having, I was out there by myself. It was like having a buddy in the boat with you.
Yeah.
That really was. And guys, y'all the ones that make this possible. For Catfish Weekly, for me, for Kevin, for Avid, for anybody that has live shows, guys, y'all are the ones that keep us going. What brings us in here every Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. Y'all are the ones that do it.
Yeah, so Brian from Flint Hill said big fish are super awesome to watch people catch. That's what we all like to see, but they're definitely few and far between. Yeah, I've only caught up to about a 40-pounder on one of my videos, and I'm waiting on that big one. My PB is a blue cat that was about 52 pounds unofficially. And now that I'm learning how to catch flatheads, my first flathead I caught in October this past year. That was it. That was the first flathead I ever caught. And I guess most people don't know, I've only been catfishing for about a year and a half. I grew up a pan fisherman. We catch shellcracker and brim. Now you put me on, you asked me to go find your shellcracker, I'll find them in a heartbeat. But that doesn't sell as well. And catfishing, I think pound for pound is way more fun.
Right. Oh yeah. But now I forgot Catfish Headhunters on Saturday nights at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
See, him and Avid, for some reason, I forget them guys is on, and I've got them set on my phone to alert me to go watch their shows. And I apologize, guys. I go to bed pretty early, and if I don't think about it, time my end of the night comes, my head's on the pillow. Time your show's coming on, and I do apologize, but I do go back.
You give everybody your number. They just need to text you before.
Oh no, I turned my phone off. I learned a long time ago. I turned that phone off. That thing will be dinging all freaking night.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine. He just got on to Facebook and he called me yesterday. Raising Kate. I said, "What's wrong, Scott?" Because he's worse than I am about technology. He said, "This thing's kept me up for 2 nights. Ding and ding and ding." And I said, "You're going to have to figure out how to cut them notifications off, boy. It'll drive you crazy." He said, "This brand new smartphone, but I got thrown to the trash."
Yeah, Flint Hill, I agree, Brian. I agree with you. You know, you have 6 to 8 hours of footage recorded, and then you got that's the hardest part about editing is filtering out all that footage. And I just put it in a QuickTime video, and I just fast forwarded at 60 times speed. And if I see the rod go over, that's when I stop and save it. Because I have one camera that runs all the time to try to catch the takedowns, because that's my favorite part. I love watching the takedowns. I could care less about the fish coming in, but I want to see that rod go over. That's my favorite part.
I tell you what, well, we just hit 50. We just hit 50. You know what?
Keep that train running.
Let's see if Lyle's in the house. Lyle is wanting to do a giveaway tonight. He has been hand tying crappie and brim jigs.
Yeah.
And he's
I just got mine that I won on
That's cool.
Catfishing. Yeah. This is what he makes, so that's what you would win right there.
Right.
I haven't had a chance to use them yet, but he gave me a good bit of them. He gave me about 10 of them.
Yeah, he said he's enjoying just sitting there hand tying them while he's at the house. Can't go nowhere. Lyle, you still in the house? We hit 50, and I'm happy that we broke that.
I can give away a T-shirt too, James. I can give away a T-shirt.
All right, thank you. And since we hit 50, I'm gonna give away a set of my bobbers. So
now apparently them things are popular right now. Everybody's wanting to get their hands on those things.
Nah, Kentucky, they ain't gonna be no gold nugget in there. And I hadn't got into that 1 ounce gold nugget club yet. It ain't like I hadn't tried for 15 years. I hadn't sucked that big rascal up into my sluice box yet. I'd love to. But yeah, guys, we're gonna spin it right now for a set of bobbers. And
so James,
yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. The Dockery said don't forget about the kids pack.
I hadn't got it yet, Dockery.
No, he said you give it away on the show and he'll mail it.
Okay, we can do that. We got all kind of giveaways.
Look at this. Hey y'all, this is the place to be tonight. So there's about to be some prizes going on. So if you haven't shared this, y'all better go ahead and share it before we start giving all this stuff away.
And I promise you, you need to be in chat. You need to be talking in chat. If you come in and say one word, I promise you, your name will not get drawn. So
Trophy Hunter. What's up, Trophy Hunter? That's
I see that some of them's already hollering out numbers. I don't draw numbers, guys. I got a whole different date here.
That's me.
You got to be active in chat. And right now, Catfish Headhunters. Catfish Headhunters. Contact me and send me your mailing address. You can contact me at 704-600-8369 or through Messenger through Facebook. And my friend, you will get a set of bobbers on the way to you.
Hey, Patriot James, you need to get a new number. It needs to be 1-800-bobbers.
I'd be worried about they be saying 1-800-boobers. And I don't want to do that. 1-800-float. sounds better. Oh, yeah. So
yeah, you might get some sketchy people calling you.
Yeah, I might get some sketchy people, and I don't want to have to get ill in the middle of the night because they thinking about.
Is this 1-800-BOOBS?
Oh, we didn't mean to go there, guys. I'm sorry. I'm probably red in the face. There's Lyle in the house. Lyle, you ready to give away a set of them daggum hand-tied jigs, my friend? If you are, we're going to go ahead and do a drawing right now while we're on the roll.
Yeah, 50. I see 52 in here so far.
Yeah, right, 52.
Yeah, that's a good point. If with 1-800-BOBBERS, you get a lot more subscribers.
Catawba Backwoods. Catawba Backwoods. Get a hold of Lyle at Catfish Weekly, Lyle Stokes, and he'll set you up with a set of hand-tied jigs. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of your fishing, my friend, and then we'll do another drawing here in a little bit for James's. I'll never hear the end of that 1-800.
So one of the things I've been trying to do recently, and I've been talking it up. Maybe I need to stop talking it up because the fish that were in the video really weren't that great. I've been in a rut a rut is relative, but I've been catching 10 to 15 pounders. And I can't get any bigger for some reason. Nothing will hit over that. So I got a video coming out in a couple weeks. It's called Cooper River Cats. And I'm really excited about it because I've been messing around with some different editing stuff. You know, right. If anybody really, like, I know people subscribe in here, but if they're really watching my videos, I've been trying to add in a lot of slow motion stuff just to make it more interesting. And right. I don't know if people appreciate that or not. I know I like stuff like that.
Yeah. Fishing Impossible, we appreciate you coming in, buddy. Go get you some rest, and we appreciate your support. Yeah, I like some of the slow-mo. It's how some people do get a little carried away with some of that little added effects and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, like one of the videos I done with Wampus Cat had that good fish, and we was in like 2 foot of water, and he was doing a lot of tail smacks. That's pretty cool slow-mo. If you can catch that tail coming up out of the water and catch it going slow and smacking the water, that's good slow-mo. You know.
Thanks, Mr. Gadget.
Oh, there's Gadget in the house. I ain't seen that name in here in a little while. Got a lot of good names. Guys, share up the love and spread it out. Let's get it going.
I think all that stuff is good as long as you have some fish in the video. Yes. I've seen some videos, not from catfishermen. I think we're a little too prideful to do it, but there's some bass fishing YouTube shows that I watch that's all that, that slow motion and drone shots and everything. Right. And then they might catch 1 or 2 bass in it, and that's it. I think as long as you catch some fish in it, I think that's fine.
Well, if you notice though, Kevin, the younger generations and crowds, they're more about the technology. They're more about everything, the most they can do with that technology in their videos is what sells for them.
Yeah.
We're a different breed. The catfish world's a little bit different breed. We want to see the catch. We want to see the takedown. We want to see the fish. We like to hear a good conversation. We like to hear a build up to that catch or whatever, or explaining what you're doing. There's a lot of people in here, Kevin, that are just picking up that rod and reel for the first time, or going out on the lake for the first time. They need to know a little bit. I guess we take it for granted that everybody knows.
Yeah.
And they don't. So it don't hurt, to add a little teaching. You're a good teacher. So add a little bit to your videos, just a little something, tying a knot, whatever knot you like, show it once, show it twice. There for a long time, I showed the uni knot. I love that. I love the uni knot. It's never failed me. It's an easy knot. But stuff like that, a new guy, he might be tying a granny knot because he don't know. He hadn't learned yet. And if you can teach him to tie a proper knot, Well, guess what? That next 40 pounder won't get loose from him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, one person.
Yeah, that's right. And so here recently, I've been fishing a lot in our Cooper River. So the Cooper River is kind of like our tail race canal. It comes out of the Santee Lakes from the dam, and it goes all the way down, to the ocean. And I grew up fishing the Cooper River, even though we live 10 minutes from Lake Moultrie. I grew up fishing the river. I live 5 minutes from the river. We just never messed around with Moultrie. And then when I learned how to drag, that's when I started going up to the lake and dragging and catching fish. And that's when I started my channel. But, my boat is just a little bass boat. So here recently up on the lake, it's been crazy windy, 4 to 8 foot swells. And it won't do it. It won't handle it. Even 4 foot swells. If I step back down the back corner of that little boat, it goes in the water. And thankfully, I got a bilge pump. So I've been on the river anchoring, and I've been doing okay. That you don't have nearly the volume of fish in the river, and that's what Santee Lakes are known for is, the volume of fish. And we have big ones too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
but the volume of fish you can catch dragging that lake is crazy. I think Anna and I went out last 4th of July and we caught 15 fish in 4 hours.
Santee's making a good comeback. It took a hard dent on commercial fishing. It took a hard dent from the heyday. It's making a comeback, but now the river section can be hot too.
Oh yeah, no, my dad talks about it all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's caught some big ones in there.
I've fished Santee probably off and on over 30 years. And that river channel up there, that river section can be hot at certain times.
You're talking about the diversion canal.
No, I'm talking about the part that feeds into the ocean.
Okay.
It can be hot when you get the herring and stuff running in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, I don't know, it's like they pile up. I don't know. We took a guide out then because I didn't know good enough to even carry a boat down there. We carried a guide, and we would load up. I mean, and he was a good guy. He wasn't one of them to carry out 4, 5, 6 daggone coolers. He carried one cooler.
Mm-hmm.
When it's full, your trip was over.
Yeah.
If you wanted to fish and throw them back, that was fine. But once the cooler was full, that was all you took.
Yeah.
So I like that. We need more of them down there like that. So Santee will make that comeback.
Yeah, if you get in that river, especially down by the rice fields,
yes,
you can mess up real quick. And I witnessed that this past Saturday. I guess everybody was anxious to get out on the boat because they've been cooped up. And I must have saw 10, 15 people just stuck in the mud. They run up on those rice fields at full speed, sucking all that mud in their engines. And they're like waving you over for help, and there's nothing you can do for them. Right. When you're traveling 40 miles an hour and you hit a mud flat, you're not coming out until the tide comes up.
No.
You might as well just put your bimini top up, put your sunscreen on, crack open a soda, and chill out.
Break a sandwich out and go ahead and eat and kick back because you're there.
That's right.
Because you can't pull it out. No, nope. There's no way. You can't.
Nope. And I saw a bunch of those guys with the mud motors trying to get them out, and they, those are small boats. They don't have the mast to pull them out.
No.
But yeah, you'd be amazed at how many people come down to that Cooper River and just try to, we got a lot of people in Charleston that are just moving in out of town. A lot of military guys, and God bless them. They come down and they buy these boats because they're near the ocean now, and they get in that river and they don't know anything about where they're at.
No.
And
I'm sure that section probably changes from year to year as far as where the channel's running through it, don't it?
Well, no, the main channel is the same, and we have channel markers.
Right.
We have
I know
markers,
that.
But if you miss those channel markers at high tide, it's really hard to tell what's safe and what's not.
Right.
And, if you're up closer to the dam, the channel is clearly defined because you have the ledges and you have the trees on each side. But once you get down past where the rice fields are, where all the plantations are, the old plantations, that's when it starts to get hairy. And if you don't follow that channel marker, you're in some deep trouble.
I got a buddy that dives that section down there, getting military artifacts.
Yeah,
Civil War artifacts. He's got a couple muskets. He's got a couple big cannonballs that he's found. And he was one of the ones that was part of that when, was about 5 years ago, they pulled that big cannon out down there. He was part of that.
That's cool.
Him and his buddy was the one that found that rascal.
Well, I'll tell you who you won't see diving in that water. This guy right here, because I've seen the gators in there.
Yes. Yes, I have too. And I've seen some big freaking cottonmouths in that water too, buddy.
Oh, yeah. The place that I've been fishing is back in a cove, and it's like gator country. 2 or 3 of them will come off the bank every time you come in there. And I'm not talking about little ones. I'm talking about 12, 14 footers.
Well, I hear you. Yeah, I've never seen it that rough down there, but I've heard some horror stories, and I don't want no part of it. You ready to do one more drawing?
Yeah, sure.
2?
We got that. You got that kids pack, and then I'll give away a T-shirt.
All right, we're gonna do the kids pack right quick, and before we end the show tonight, we'll do a shirt if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I've got to do a little bit of a demonstration on this bobbers. We got quite a few guys in here tonight that actually bought some of the bobbers, and I like to demonstrate how to tie them on to help them out if you don't mind. All right.
I'd like to learn too.
Mr. Timothy Dockery. Get a hold of James Dockery for a kids pack if you got kids or whatever. But if you don't have kids or you don't know anybody that you can pass this along to help a kid get to fishing, please pass it along and we'll spin again, my friend.
Cool.
That's the only thing that James asked. I remember watching on his show the other night, is if you do win it. Are you still in here, Tim? He's local. He's pretty close to me. I've seen some guy in here.
I hadn't seen him.
He was in here earlier.
Irvin just came in.
Yeah, I seen that. Hello, Irvin. Tim Dockery.
He said wrong Tim. Tim Molina said wrong Tim.
Tim Dockery going twice. Tim Dockery, you're out of here. All right, guys, let's spin her again. Avid fisherman. Avid fisherman. If you, my friend, get a hold of James, let us know if you have kids or something that you could help with this packet that he makes up. If not, let's pass it on to somebody that does have kids. We'll keep rolling till we can get it done. Mr. Avid Fisherman.
Now he can probably take it to his meet and greet. I'm sure there'll be some kids down there if he doesn't know.
They probably will.
Yeah, I'm not taking kayaks anywhere, PD.
Avid said, pass it on. All right, Avid. Thank you, my friend.
Roll the dice again.
I'm rolling it right now. Somebody that might have some kids. Woo. God dang. We got a lot of people in here tonight. A lot of names. Great Outdoor Exploring. That's a new name. Great Out there. Now Tim comes in here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. Great Outdoor Exploring. Great Outdoor Exploring. Please let us know, my friend, if you could use a child's pack to help get some kids into fishing. If not, Mr. Docker's in the house. Do it again. Sorry, no kids. All right, Tim Docker, we go ask you why you in here because we popped your name up first. James Docker's giving away a kid pack. Try to help get kids into fishing. And your name come up first, Tim.
Never been so hard to give something away.
Oh, I know. And it's a great pack. It's a bag full of stuff, ain't it?
So something, while we're waiting on him, something that I'm trying new is I think the next video is my first ever unboxing video.
Right.
And I bought a Bubba electric fillet knife and the interchangeable blade knife.
Let me interrupt you. Jay's Catfishing. You will be let's see. And in fact, I ain't even gonna waste no time. Take care of that, Justin. Jace, you know good and well I don't tolerate junk like that. So you out of here, my friend. Justin or Jim, take care of that. Get him out of here. I do not tolerate it, will not tolerate it ever in this show. Disrespect will not be tolerated. You're out of here, friend.
I don't know. He sounds like he might be like a teenager or something.
Well, I don't care what he is.
How he talks. Yeah.
I don't care what he is. Let's see.
Big Nasty got him.
Yep. Thank you, buddy. He's out of here. We won't tolerate that. Kevin, I respect you too much to allow any kind of junk like it coming on in this show. Period.
Yeah,
Period.
no, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, he's kind of, I know he was one of the ones that didn't really care for my praying. He kind of stopped watching me after that. But listen,
hey, that's all not yours.
If it comes between someone I've never met before and my Lord, guess who's going to win that?
That's pretty easy decision for me.
Yeah, and that goes for pretty much anybody, but especially someone I never met.
Right. I see Tim. All right, Tim. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah. So when that video comes out, all of you in chat, if you just don't like unboxing videos, let me know because I don't want to do anymore and lose people. But I bought those knives and I was about to open them up and use them, and I was like, hey, here, what a good opportunity to try something new out. I did that brim buster rigging video. People seem to like that.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah. Stuff like that, unboxing new stuff, people seem to enjoy it because they might not have it. They might be even thinking about purchasing.
Yeah.
And that might be the thing that convinced them to or not to.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Patriot cat bobber. It comes, I can find the camera. It comes with a swivel and a hasp and a little plastic piece. See that little plastic piece on the bottom of that sinker slide? What you do when you make up your line, I usually use just a Carolina rig. You see that? This is going to my rod. It's just a plain Carolina rig. That's my hook. I always keep a little rattle on it, a couple extra beads to keep it off of my hook. The Carolina rig, and I do you see my knot, and I do use union knots on there. I use a rubber bumper for my weight, but on here you see that I got that little plastic piece. That is the only thing that stays on your line, and above this, I've actually got a bobber stop. All you got to do, guys, when you decide that you're going to float fish, is just you hook your float. Just a little plastic piece. That's the only thing that stays on your line. And then, guys, I find my camera. You're ready to go. That bobber's ready to go. And if you decided and the fish are not biting underneath the float, you take it off and you're right back to fishing on the bottom. You don't have to leave a lot of stuff on your line. It's easy to do. And I got a message earlier about how to turn these lights on and off. I always grip the bottom, and it's a little tough. I might have should have added a little slickum to this thing, and you might could do that yourself. I'm gonna have to pop it out. It ain't wanting to slide. It just twist that light as tight, and then it's on. You just have to twist it. I'm gonna start doing that. Tracy told me to add a little bit of WD-40 or something onto this rubber. Seems like that plastic wants to grab that rubber for some reason. We have to set for a little bit. So I'm gonna have to add a little bit of slickum underneath that so it makes that light easier to turn on and off. But that's the floats. Guys, I appreciate it.
I got the original ones that I won on your show.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't had a chance to use them yet. I didn't know how to use them, so I've been waiting. Now
if you want to recycle them and send the originals back to me, I'll send you a better set. I promise you, these are a lot better set. And no, I didn't keep myself none of the original ones. I mean, I know how to make them how I used to make them, but these are a lot better. Kentucky Catman found out the hard way. He threw heavy weights on them one evening, and it ripped the wire, slammed through the foam. That's before I put the PVC in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect somebody throwing 6 ounces of lead underneath that rascal, and when he hit the water. And he hit the water, it just ripped everything out of the bottom of it. He thought he had a fish because the float was going across the water.
That's the worst. That's worse than breaking is thinking that you got a fish and you don't.
He told me, James, the barbers are gone. They floated on across the lake.
Yeah, that you look. I can't tell you how many times I've looked foolish trying to set a hook on a line with no bait on it.
It happens, but and that's the stuff I show on my video.
Yeah,
I do, because it happens to us. It happens to every one of us, and I share that. There's Combat Carl coming in here late.
He's been in here for a little while.
Oh, has he? I'm sorry, Carl. I didn't see you in here. This chat gets to flying.
Yes,
those are guys. Those are guys gonna do some live shows too. I keep missing his show too, guys. I apologize. I'm a slack.
Paris is on really late usually. That's why I miss his show.
It's these are lightning bugs, guys. These are lightning bugs.
Chris Souders or something, right?
I guess. But these are lightning bugs. I want to give Tracy a thumbs up from Lightning Bugs for helping me with this. Great guy, great product. If you do a lot of night fishing, check out his lights. They work great. They don't come off your rods when you got them on there. So check them out, guys. Well, let's talk. You tell us a little bit about your rigs and stuff. What kind of rods and reels and stuff that you use? Just to give them a little bit more information, let them know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I primarily use, I only use ugly sticks now because I just broke my only BMM pole. Yeah, that was the next video I'm making it's actually a 2-day video because I had 2 terrible days of fishing, but between the 2 days I caught a few fish, and so I'm gonna make a video out of it. But yeah, I broke the tip off my B&M pole. So I have primarily I fish with 4 ugly sticks, and I only have 4 rod holders on my boat, and I fish with monster rod holders. I got the silver and black ones that they just started remaking again. But yeah, I fish with spinning reels, which is something that's a lot different than a lot of guys that catfish do. I know some of them do, but I don't really use spinning reels. I mean, bait casters. But I have 2 pin Battle 5000s, which I got on Amazon Day in July, and I got them for like $50 off each one.
Dang, right.
I got 2 of them. They're usually like $160 a piece, and I got 2 of them for I think $140. So
for the price of one. In fact,
that's right. Yeah, man. And then I got the pin, I can't remember the pin Fierce, whichever one's in Walmart, the black one. I got 2 of those on there, and those are upgrades from the Shakespeare reels that come on the ugly sticks. Right. And I don't have anything against the Shakespeare reels, but I was out shark fishing, and one of the handles fell off of them and went down in the water while I had a fish on, so that kind of turned me off to it. But I like ugly sticks. I know they're not top of the line. They're not really made. The ones I have are like the GX2s and the big waters. They're not necessarily made for catfishing, but man, they're strong, and you'll never break them.
Oh no! And, I'm gonna tell you, them ugly sticks is probably put more catfish in the boats than any other rod made right now.
Yeah, and so both of them are I think 7 foot or 7'5". I don't have any 8-foot. I want an 8-footer. Right. I think that would be nice. But yeah, the spinning reels, that's just what I grew up using, and I like them a lot. I like the ping you get, whenever they pull the drag out, it's nice and loud.
Yes.
And they got a lot of power to them. The drag's really easy to use on a spinning reel. You just twist the top, and they don't need as much maintenance as a bait caster.
Right.
Now they don't hold as much line, but I like them.
Right.
And then when I'm anchor fishing, I've been using just a coin weight on a sinker slide to a barrel swivel, and then I have quick clips, and I put those below the barrel so I can change out my rig from a Carolina rig to a Santee rig if I need to without having to retie swivels. And that's why I run the sinker slides, is so I can change the sinkers whenever I want. So the only thing that doesn't allow me to use is those no rolls. But the coin sinkers are pretty much just as good as a no roll.
Oh yeah. I like the no rolls, the regular standard Carolina rig with the no rolls, only when I'm throwing my bobbers. Any other time, I've actually got a rig that I'm throwing the coins, or if I'm drifting, then I've got the drifting sticks and stuff like that. But yeah, for some reason, throwing these bobbers, a regular Carolina rig, it seems like when you throw like with the coins, the way you got it set up with a sinker slide, it wants to start doing this.
Yeah,
and you end up getting tangled up right here. Not every time. It really depends on how people throw. Some people's got more of a sidearm throw or more of a lob. Really, with a bobber, you want more of that lob throw.
Yeah.
To get that, you want your weight out there and your bobber setting way back here, just kind of going along for the ride.
And I've actually never used a bobber for catfishing, so yours will be the first ones I use. And as soon as I get back on the water, I'm definitely going to try it. I want to catch a big flathead. Do I cast my own weights? No, I don't cast my own weights. I buy all of them. Dale's tackle is so fast, and I'm sure other people are too. But Dale, it seems like once you press the buy button, he's got a shipping notification on it. But we have a really good tackle shop here called Anglers. And they have all that stuff. They're pretty much the only shop around here in Charleston that sells catfishing specific gear. We have a Palmetto State Armory, but they don't sell anything even close to catfishing stuff. But yeah, and then I run it down a 50-pound leader. I use 30-pound Andy Monster line, the high vis yellow, and I just recently went to that from Braid. Just because it's quieter when you're reeling it, and it's
I can't
cheaper.
stand that sound, that braid sound. I like braid. I can't stand that sound. That gets on my nerves.
Yeah, and then my hooks, I run a variety of hooks now. I just won some Nocturnal Nation hooks from Catfish Weekly, and those are pretty cool. They have that little shrink wrap on the end of them. I think that's pretty cool. But I'll fish with whatever hook. I don't really think it matters too much, but then again, I haven't been in that big catfish game too long, so maybe I'm just naive.
No, I think with today's technology, that's like comparing a Ford to a Chevrolet. I'm a Chevrolet man, but if my truck blew up today, I'll be driving a Ford tomorrow. But I've drove Chevrolets all my life. I do. But my father drove Fords. And, but with today's technology, there's not a whole lot of difference. And they're not. I mean, it basically comes down to looks. It does.
Now, the one thing I will say about those Nocturnal Nation hooks, they are super sharp. Almost to the point to where I can barely rig one because I'm poking myself.
Really? I have to check him out.
Yeah, they're super sharp.
Good info, guys. Good info. The man just told you right there. You're going to bleed when you tie them hooks.
Yeah, I think they hand sharpen them. Like every hook they make, they hand sharpen it. Ooh. Yeah, it's crazy sharp. And that's probably why I hooked the gar last week. I got a 20-pound gar in the boat, and he was hooked. He wasn't snagged. He was hooked in the mouth, and it was on that Nocturnal Nation hook. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
Because there ain't a lot of skin in their mouths.
No. And usually, like if I get them to the boat, as soon as they hit the top of the water, they roll out of whatever they were snagged in. They're usually snagged in the leader. But here in the river, man, if that current's not flowing, those gars, they're taking your bait. And that's the one thing I don't like about fishing the river is our garfish are plentiful and huge, and they'll snatch you. They'll trick you, man. I've set the hook so many times on a gar that I thought was a big catfish that I looked silly. And you pull or you reel down to it and nothing's on there. But that gar will slam that rod all the way down to the water, and then there's nothing there. I can't stand that.
No, I took my son. They was up from Florida 2 years ago, year and a half ago. Took him and my grandson out. Marked some good fish, set up good fresh baits, and them rods was pounding. Hard runs and then just gone.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, man, it was driving me crazy. I was wanting to get my grandson on a big fish. I was wanting to get my son on one, too. But my grandson, I was really wanting that rascal to hammer it. But I was able to get him on some perch, and he was catching 2 and 3 at a time, so he was happy with that. But I was wanting one of them big old, at least a 20-pounder to slam that rod because, you know, a 20-pound fish is mean. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, that 20-pound fish is mean. I've caught 30s and 40s, but a 20-pounder, he's just a mean fish. He's going to bite you. He's going to tear the blood out of you. He's going to try to jerk that rod out of your hands. A 20-pound fish is just mean.
That's them teenagers, you know?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, shoot, man. I've caught a 40 and a 50 and, you know, some in between. But a 25-pound catfish is the fightingest fish I've ever had.
That sounds good.
And they'll take that drag. Like when they take it, they'll scream the drag off your line. And the 40s and 50s, they'll eat it and swim off slow. And it's like, oh, I'm hooked.
Yeah. I want to go over a comment. David Martin, earlier when we was talking about something, he said, yeah, and please show your fishing holes. Well, David, what we're doing, we're actually trying to show you how to find your fishing holes. Giving you the knowledge, the technology's out there, giving you the knowledge of what to look for, because what hole I fished today, tomorrow you might go there and might not be no fish. Blues move. Blues move a lot, especially this time of year. You're going to have certain holes that, yeah, you might can go out there and pick up some fish here and there. And I'm talking to anybody in here that's new, but blues move a whole lot. So what's there today might not be there tomorrow. But we try to show you ledges, points, and guys, and you can probably attest to this, don't be scared to go shallow.
Oh, no.
When I say shallow, I'm talking about anchoring your boat in 4 foot of water and throwing up against the bank in 2 and 1 foot of water. I've seen catfish grab baits and you can see their fins in the water from the surface. So don't be scared to go shallow.
Well, there's a fella up here on Santee that guides, and I won't say his name, but he's got a big 24-foot sea arc. And he was just on a show the other night, and he talks about he carries a push pole with him because he'll get so shallow that sea arc will bottom out, and he's got to push it. But he's dragging lines behind him, and this man catches. He's a guide, so he knows what he's doing, and I think he's the best guide on the lake. Just by the pictures I've seen, I follow him on Facebook, and man, he brings in some fish for his clients. I think he had one earlier this year or last year. 80-pound blue cat out of Santee.
In shallow water.
4 or 5 foot. Yeah.
So that would have been some splashing and just I love it.
And that's why they run more in shallow. They don't have no place else to go.
They can't dive. They got to run. So
yeah.
Yeah, I had that 30 last. Well, I was in this, guys. I was in January, anchored up in 4 foot of water, throwing up in 2 foot of water. January, and catching 20s and 30s. That 130 run me around that cotton picking boat. Now, when you got a Bimini top up rod and reels out, and that fish goes from the left-hand side of the boat all the way around. You got to dodge every rod, every reel, every pole in that bimini top. There's 4 poles, and then you go around the back and then back through 4 more poles. Time I got to the other side of the boat, I was going to slam out. That fish wore me slam out, son. I was a huffing and a puffing and just, oh, man, I've had a great time. You going to do another drawing for your shirt, Mr.
Yeah,
Kevin?
let's do it. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know if you noticed, but I got the red, white, and blue behind me.
I see that. I see that. I see that. Let's get her rolling right here. Wicked Whisker Outdoors.
All right.
Wicked Whisker Outdoors. Get a hold of Kevin, Palmetto Cats, and we appreciate you coming in and supporting us, my friend.
Get it to me before Friday, because I got some stickers and a shirt to mail out from Sunday, so I'd like to mail them all at the same time. Get to me, Chad. He messages me all the time, so Chad's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He's coming on. He's supporting everybody, and we appreciate that, my friend. Guys that come in and support each one of us on channels, I promise you, it does not go unnoticed. It doesn't. We do appreciate it.
And what I want to say is, I just now started, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna tell on myself. I just now started watching a lot more YouTube videos because, there's some guys that just, they don't watch anybody else. They don't comment on anybody else. And, that it's to each his own, right?
Right.
But if I'm going to sit here and preach that, I want people to watch my videos, then I need to share a lot. And so I'm going on and I'm commenting, and now I probably won't watch the whole video if it's not keeping me in there. And so what I want people to do, not in the comments on my YouTube video, but if I'm not keeping your interest, like message me on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, hey, I got a suggestion for you. And I'm pretty mellow and laid back. And as long as you're like not trying to, throw me under the bus and stomp me in the face,
right,
I'll listen, because I love fishing. And if I can show you something that I'm already doing, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So
Travis Traveler, 60. Never caught big cats in the shallow water, Mississippi. And shallow is relevant to your waters.
Mm-hmm.
And anything's relevant, guys. When we're talking about deep water channel edges, like our lake deepest water is 50, 60 feet. But you fishing up around Tennessee, some of them lakes might be 70, 80 foot. Wow. So everything is relevant to your waters, guys. Just like we're talking about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pound fish, 80 pound fish. But if you in waters that's all you got is channels, but you got 20, 30s, and 40 pound channels, I'm jealous. I love catching big channels, and we don't get them big channels no more. Mr. Kevin's fishing the water where the world record channel come from, and you don't see them channels like that no more, do you? Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, there's a lot around that, but it'll never be taken away from them. And there's not enough good pictures to really verify yay or nay.
Now, the biggest channel I caught out of there was probably about 15 pounds, which is huge.
That's a big channel.
Yeah, there are some big ones in there, but I think someone said it right the other day. When the introduction of blues came in there and flatheads, they just they out hunt a channel catfish, and they eat channel catfish. So
you daggum right, they do. I think flatheads eat channels, blues. I think a flathead eat any freaking thing gets in his mouth.
Yeah. What was the question about the T-shirt? Somebody said something about. They I think they're pre-shrunk T-shirts. I really don't know. But they don't shrink up too much.
Right. There we go. Duh. Tell Goober I said, hey, squirrel. But yeah, was I supposed to draw another name for something else?
You did did you do Lyles?
Bobbers. Yeah, I got Lyles. I got the Bobbers. I got him and the shirt. Did I just do your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
We
ahead
got
and do
her
a
going.
sticker. I got some more stickers. Do a sticker.
All right. Do a sticker. All right, my friend. Let's go
I'll show
right
you.
here.
I'll show you the stickers. I got some of these.
Muskrat Adventures.
All right.
Muskrat Adventures. Get a hold of Kevin.
And I'll send you a. You got one of these, right?
No, sir. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I thought I sent it with the hat.
Yeah, you sent it with a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saving all my stickers up so when I get that other boat finished up, I don't want to waste them because I had to scrape them off when we go to sell the wife's old pontoon when I get mine finished. So don't want to waste them. Kevin, I had a wonderful night.
Me too, man.
This was fun. We'll do it again. I'm
gonna have you on my show. I'm gonna definitely see if Lyle wants to come on first, just to pay tribute to the guys that started this whole thing. But between you and Lyle, man, you've inspired a lot of people to start their own shows, and I'm not the only one. You got Avid out there, Norm, and then SmackDown Catfishing. They just started a couple months ago.
Well, they started right after I had them on my show.
Yeah, you're an inspiration to people, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing because, we can't get rid of the old ways, and we got to keep talking about what made catfishing great. And you and people like Lyle and Doc and all of these guys, you're the ones that we need to hear from and not forget where we came from.
I appreciate that. I really do. I just, and I know it's hard for people because the catfishing world is growing. I know it's hard for people not to get caught up in, oh man, look at these guys. They chasing them fish in tournament trails and they doing this. And it does kind of influence people to want to go that route. But guys, don't forget to just have fun.
Yep.
Just have fun. Go out there, catch some fish. Share it with your family and friends. Share it with us. Take pictures, videos. I got a Facebook page you can post up. Kevin's, there you go.
I do it
post
all the time.
Them up. Share it, guys. We got a lot of family and friends, veterans and stuff that cannot get out and fish that live vicariously through us and what we post up. So that is a good thing about social media is that we can share some of our great adventures with those that cannot get out there. They cannot do that. And there'll be a day when I can't do it no more. And I'll live through y'all watching y'all's videos. And guys, trust me, I watch y'all's videos. I might not comment on all of them, but I promise you, you do get the view time with me. When I'm sitting down doing bobbers or I'm working on other things around the house, if I have my phone in my pocket, I'm giving you view time. I promise you that, guys. So don't ever think that Patriot ain't watching your stuff. I really am. I'm out here working on the boats or twisting wrenches around the house or whatever. I go through, if I get notifications about your videos, guys, I click it on. I might drop it in my pocket. If I hear you holler fish on or something like that, I'll pull it out and make sure what I'm watching. But I'm giving you the view time. I'm trying to help you channels out. So let's help each other out on this channel. Kevin, with that being said, God bless you, man. Thank you and your wife. Do some more cooking shows. You made me hungry that night, my friend. Some of that stuff I'd never tried with catfish that I will try. I promise you that. That said, God bless Old Glory. God bless America. God bless you and your families. And Kevin, we'll do this again.
Amen, brother.
You get up here. Next time you come to Lake Wiley, give me a holler. We'll go jump on the boat.
No doubt. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care. Share the love. And we out of here. Say good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Still in there.